Kagon, November 24th, 2024. Chad's right. I did have a few to drink last night. I did oversleep. Chad, take it away.
All right, some technical difficulties this morning. Some of these lines might have moved, but we're going to try to go through at least one pick in each game. Rip through these really fast. So Vikings at Bears. Odunze over 3.5 receptions. I got this at minus 118. They keep giving us this. He keeps cashing it. 6 grabs last week in a way tougher matchup. I do like Keenan Allen potentially to get a touchdown after not having won his last 4. He's been getting plenty of red zone targets. I also kind of like the Bears cover on that game. But anyways, Bucks at Giants. Um, I like the Bucks to cover 5.5 where I got it. I think that line's moved now. It might be 6.5. Evans over 4.5 receptions. This is easy money, especially with no Godwin. Welcome back, Mike Evans. I also think he easily eclipses 55.5 receiving yards. He has never had less than 1,000 receiving yards in a season. He's got 7 games left. He basically needs 100 yards a game. I think he gets it. He's going to average closer to 90 yards a game down the stretch here. I also think Tommy DeVito has at least 4.5 rushing attempts. Interesting note on that is, of course, the Giants, they released Daniel Jones. And they also didn't want to pay Drew Lock because both of them basically had performance incentives if they continued to play. So it's free for them to play Tommy DeVito and ship Daniel Jones off. So
Tommy Cutlett's kind of the DEI quarterback right now.
a little bit. We get to see more of him and his agent. It'll keep it fun.
Yeah,
Let's go Pats and Dolphins here.
hang on. Let's see if I can see it. There we go.
Yeah, I love Tyreek over 64.5. Typically, this line is 90 to 100. It's just been an off season. They are starting to slowly get it going. He had a bunch of grabs last week. I think it's easy money on Tyreek this week. Drake May's rushing line is basically priced to perfection. So I didn't do anything on the Patriots side. I guess you might look at Ramondre Stevenson, but not a lot there. Um, this game should be, I'm kind of staying away
Yeah,
overall. Outside of Tyreek Hill. Yep.
yeah.
Uh, Texans at Titans.
Nope. Hang on. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Westbrook Akine over 31.5 yards, 4 in a row for this. Mixon and Collins are going to get the ball for the Texans. Both their lines are juiced. I'm kind of fading that. I do think Dalton Schultz gets the first touchdown of the year this week, plus 370 anytime. They're a little weak against tight end. They're a little tough against the run, and he's been better. So roll with that. Chiefs at Panthers.
There we go.
Panthers 10.5 point dogs at home, so they are going to be airing it out. Uh, Bryce Young's favorite target, Adam Thielen, over 26.5 yards receiving, minus 110. That's the one I took. I didn't take this. Well, I did on a separate bet.
Excuse me.
Jatavian Sanders. You what? Bless you. Jatavian Sanders over 2.5 grabs for plus money. I didn't parlay that or anything, but I do kind of like that one on standalone. And Kareem Hunt gets one more week of being the guy. Pacheco not quite ready to go yet. That's going to be a muddy situation for both of them when he is back. But I do like Carson Steele today. If it's a blowout, Hunt's been worn down. I think Carson Steele eclipses 10 yards rushing.
All right.
So
Was that it?
Cowboys at Commanders next.
Hang on. I'll find it. Actually, was that in the list?
Yeah, I think there's a second image.
Ah, well,
I
tell you
could
what.
just go
Tell
through
you
it.
what. Yeah, tell you what. I don't have any pictures of.
All right. Well, let's go with. I got it right here. Cowboys at Commanders will go faster now. Cooper Rush. I kind of think the Cooper Rush unders are going to go because I think we see some Trey Lance. So on this one, I like the Austin Eckler over 47.5 rushing and receiving yards combined. I got that at minus 110. Brian Robinson's back, but Eckler's been really good the last month, so I don't think he completely goes away. Positive game script for the Commanders. So I think Eckler gets a decent percentage of the snaps. Lions at Colts. I like the Lions to cover the 7 against the Colts. A.D. Mitchell was the only other line I liked in this one. A.D. Mitchell over 11.5 receiving yards. They're going to be trailing. They're going to have plenty of 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. So Adonai Mitchell starting to come on a little bit. I think I played that. Broncos and Raiders. Good luck figuring these teams out. Not a lot in this game. I do like the Bo Nix anytime touchdown at plus 340. And you remember Amir Abdullah, Luke? Amir Abdullah back from the dead for the Raiders this week.
Okay, jeez, that name's
Hasn't
ringing a
even
bell.
been in football in like 4 years, I feel
I was
like.
like that name's ringing a bell to me.
Yeah.
I thought he was part of Hamas or something, but all right.
That too. 49ers Packers. No Brock Purdy today, out with a
Yeah.
shoulder injury. It's crazy. So we get Brandon Allen at quarterback for the Niners.
Woo!
Yeah. Jawan Jennings. I was gonna go with Jawan Jennings before the Purdy was out. Fun fact from Pat Fitzmaurice over at Fantasy Pros. Jawan Jennings actually has no games this year under 88 yards receiving and is averaging 111 yards a game. That's how good Jawan Jennings has been.
Good.
But no Purdy, it doesn't matter. So we're going to be on CMC. Christian McCaffrey over 109 rushing and receiving yards. He's going to get the ball 30 times this game with Brandon Allen. He's going to figure out a way to do it one or the other. I love that bet. Also, Kittle, I would not be on Kittle. He's going to have to be in to block more with Allen under quarterback as suspect. I like Watson from Green Bay, over 38.5 receiving yards. He's been breaking out. He's had a couple good weeks. They are slowly starting to fade Wicks. They're slowly starting to fade Dobbs. And they have to decide whether they're going to pay this kid to keep this kid, and feature him. And it looks like that is actually happening. Christian Watson, over 38.5. I think he eclipses that easily. Cardinals at Seahawks. DK Metcalf over 64.5. Again, we're going a little more chalky this week. That's just too low. That line's too low. DK is going to eat at home. I do like the Cardinals getting points. Eagles at Rams. No Devonta Smith. The Rams have been tougher up front. They've been kind of hot. This is all A.J. Brown, though. Even though it's chalky, A.J. Brown over 89.5 receiving yards. This is probably up into the low 90s now. He's going to feast. I also like Jahan Dotson. I've been a Jahan Dotson stan for a while. He's been terrible. If you need any of his rookie gear, all the good shit, flawless, immaculate, auto on card, I have it. Hit me up.
I had some decent stuff. I'm sure you ended up with it.
I invested heavily thinking he was going to be some anyways. But this will be the week if he ever does find the end zone for a plus 550 anytime touchdown for Jahan Dotson. He has been trending up slightly. And Colby Parkinson is anytime touchdowns plus 900 for the Rams. He's been getting too much work. That line's way too low. Kind of like that. So I sprinkled in a Colby Parkinson. TD. Last game is Ravens at Chargers in the Harbaugh Bowl.
That's right. That's back.
Thinking Harbaugh is going to be said a bunch of times. What's that Gruden commercial? Yeah. I like Baltimore to cover. When I took Baltimore, I got 2.5 points on Baltimore, and now it's swung 6 points the other way. All the money's coming heavy on Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I think they're now laying almost 3 points. Fade Mark Andrews. Chargers are the number 1 defense against tight end.
Okay.
And
I will do so.
I kind of like both Dobbins and Edwards anytime touchdowns in a revenge game, if you will. Dobbins is plus 105, but Edwards is plus 380. So you're getting way better odds with Gus. And then Thursday recap. I think you had the Jameis thing up there.
Oh, yep. Here we go.
Did you have the pregame speech you had the other day?
No.
Oh, man. That's all right.
Anything I was supposed to do, I didn't do.
King Jameis saves the Thursday slate. He was so locked in, dude, with the horse is ready to ride, but all the glory to God. And
It's amazing how like all it takes to get like Cleveland, kind of entertaining again, and like the fan, like I'm kind of like back into Cleveland. All it took was to get rid of the
Yeah.
fucking Deshaun Watson and bring me back a goofy quarterback. That's all I need is a goofy quarterback.
Jameis is
James is a
national
genius.
treasure. He's full on like Southern Baptist preacher now. It's amazing. Like
It's
all his
awesome.
it's incredible.
Everything he does, I love it. Saw WVU won yesterday, 6-5.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the bowl game, I guess.
That'd be
We'll see if
so.
that
I think
happens.
I
We're gonna
think
go.
I think we would beat you guys this year.
Probably true.
Marshall won
Probably
again.
true.
We're 8, or is it 8-3, I believe. Marshall. Let me double check real quick. I believe we're 8-3.
But my two to finish up, by the way,
Oh
the
yeah.
two locks on all this, the two locks of the week that I did parlay is Odunze. He's gonna get at least 4 grabs. I parlayed that with Mike Evans. I think those are the easiest the two worst lines of the week were on Odunze and Evans.
Heard one again, 8-3. Finish off the season at James Madison next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was really hoping that Indiana would beat Ohio
I
State
was
yesterday.
too. I was
That
too.
that James Madison guy they had, and he's got a lot of the players that were on James Madison's roster last year there at Indiana. They're just
Mhm.
good, dude. They were just really fucking good the
Yeah, I
whole
made
time.
great money at half though on
I think like
live on fading
oh, hang on.
Indiana.
Yeah, they felt. I think they said about that guy, or that guy said about himself. He's like, just look me up, I win, or something like that. And he's right. He does. That's all he does is win. So also, I watched Kansas beat up on
Yes.
Colorado. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I like the Kansas
Uh,
offense. It took me a real minute to realize who the quarterback was. Just a lot of craziness going on there. I enjoy that. That's kind of
is
football I
any
like to watch.
relation to Jaden Daniels, this Daniels kid at Kansas?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I have no idea.
That Neil running back was awesome. He had like 300 yards. They couldn't
Devin
stop that
Neal, I
kid.
think's his name.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, and then they would run him. They would give him the ball two under center. Sometime it looked like. At least once I saw that happen. They would maybe. I don't know. So I enjoyed that. That
100%.
was good. I liked watching Shadur Sanders get his knees taken out from under him too. That was
He
good.
he damn near blew his knee out with that one hit. That was crazy.
Big Cat had tweets like how long to get up, and I was thinking about that. I'd be laying there I'd probably still be laying there to be honest with you. Well, I'd blow my
Yeah.
knees out
You
again.
wouldn't have any cartilage left, right?
Yeah, because I blown them out. I blew out the other one. Well, it looked like it hit the left knee. The right knee was my bad knee, so that would just even my knees out. But all right, boys, that's all we got for the K guns. Sorry about that. We'll be on time and scheduled next week.